To the Raptors, the NBA free agency negotiation window set to open Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Lots of rumors and speculation on Fred VanVleet potentially leaving to join the Houston Rockets. And to talk about that very possibility, here is our Raptors reporter, Josh Lewenberg, he and his wife just had a baby, so he's very busy changing diapers, but he took a little time out of that diaper-changing schedule to join us. Josh, great to see you, my friend. How much are you believing about this speculation about VanVleet potentially heading to Texas?
Yeah, Jay, I've talked to a few league insiders over the last couple days who are skeptical about Houston as a landing spot for Fred, and you can see why. I mean, VanVleet is a competitor. He's won his whole life with the exception of the Tampa season and last season, and let's face it, those years were torture for him. He didn't take well to the losing and the development. He had very little patience for it. So it is hard to see him going to a Houston team that's further away from contention than the Raptors are and have also had some notable locker room and chemistry issues over the last few seasons. But money talks, and Houston has a lot of it. So maybe they do make him a bully offer that he can't refuse or that the Raptors can't or won't match. And then all of a sudden, he's got a really tough decision to make. So the Raptors are going to meet with him on Friday. And let's put it this way. If people believe that the Rockets are about to cut a big fat check and that Fred might actually accept it, well, that's not a bad thing for VanVleet and his leverage going into free agency.
Yeah, I would say so. Now, if he were to leave, whether it's to Houston or somewhere else, Josh, how bad a look is it on Masai and Bobby Webster if they were to lose VanVleet for nothing?
Yeah, there's no sugarcoating it. It would be a disaster. The Raptors have already lost 4 key players from that 2019 championship team for nothing. And you can look back and I think give them a pass on each of those cases individually because of how unique they were, Kawhi and some of those other guys. But this would be pretty hard to justify. I mean, the Raptors decided not to trade VanVleet at the deadline. Obviously, they weren't blown away by any of the offers, but they could have gotten something. And at the time, they were confident that they could bring VanVleet back at a cost that they were comfortable with, or that if he did want to go elsewhere, the team that he would want to go would be one that wouldn't have the cap space to be able to sign him outright and would need to work with the Raptors on a sign and trade in a situation where they'd get something back, like the Kyle Lowry sign and trade from a few years back. So if he does sign with Houston, that would mean the Raptors misread the player. It would mean they completely misread the market. And it would be the type of asset management blunder that sets franchises back years.
Looks like Friday afternoon could be a key moment in the history of Fred VanVleet and the Toronto Raptors. Josh Lewenberg back to diaper duty. Great chatting with you, my friend. Take care.